Given that Geneva Motor Show was cancelled, we have a privilege of welcoming Czinger 21C here in London. Let's do a quick walk around, show you some main features on this vehicle, talk about the specification, design, and some main characteristics. Let's go. So straight up, we are welcomed by this very friendly front end, massive headlights. We have LED lights, DRL just there, and very, very low front end. We have massive windscreen. And then looking at the cockpit, cockpit was designed as such, it was inspired by jet fighters, and initially was designed to reduce the drag coefficient by putting passengers, we have massive doors, by putting passengers one in front of each other or in a row. As you can see, the interior, we have the HMI system on the left, and then the comfort steering wheel. So this is more elegant version of this 21C model. That is the track focused version. We'll have a look at that in a bit. You see that those seats are much more comfortable. They're two-piece, so you can actually adjust the seat back angle. It's controlled by the HMI screen on the left, as I said. We have proper pedals like in a race car. We have a lot of exposed carbon fiber, as you can see. Gloss exposed carbon fiber and some with mix of some materials. We have some signs of obviously 3D printing. Of course, while we are there, 11,000 RPM is the red line. This thing is insane. Something that is very, very unique about this car is that the guys are using additive manufacturing, or also known as 3D printing, and that's one of the parts that's been 3D printed for this cross-car beam. And the advantage of additive manufacturing is the fact that you can really design components in the most efficient manner, and that they're really only the shape that they should be for the most efficient load cases, and that it's as light as possible, really using materials only where it's needed. If you imagine putting this in the FEA analysis, this is exactly where you would see the forces. If you imagine this as literally such an organic shapes, and the suspension arm and upright literally looks like a tree, so you only have the material where it's essential and when it's needed. You don't have more, you don't have less, that's it. At the front, of course, we have carbon ceramics brakes, 6 pistons at the front. These tires are 245 35 R19, which is interesting, which we'll talk in a second. Rear tires are 325 30 20. But it's interesting as we are coming to the back where the engine is. This is a 2.88 liter engine producing 950 horsepower plus 2 electric motors at the front, which are producing 300 horsepower. So all in all, it's 1250 horsepower. And that's why I said it's interesting that they put 245 width of the tires at the front, because you still need to put 300 horsepower at the front axle and to get it down to the road. Saying about the engine, it's the most power dense engine in the world. It produces 350 horsepower per liter. This car accelerates to 100 kilometers per hour, 61 mile per hour in 1.9 seconds. It goes 0 to 400 back to 0 in 29 seconds, which is absolutely unbelievable. We have that cool rear stoplight going across the vehicle. And then we have the track-focused model with a lower front splitter, with added aero bits, exposed carbon fiber yet again, of course, side sills, carbon fiber as well. And then we are coming to the rear wing. We have a fixed wing, rear spoiler, really cool actually. And added again exposed carbon fiber everywhere, diffuser, everything. Look at that mesh, that is carbon fiber, that is so cool. Just look at that exhaust. Actually, exhaust is slightly different in that model, but this one is, I think, more interesting as it's just straight pipe. Looking at the interior, we have again even more, because as I said, this is a track focused car. We have even more exposed carbon fiber. Again, gloss carbon fiber, and instead of any materials, we have exposed matte carbon fiber. And moving on to the interior, instead of having now 2 seats, we have your passenger, which is your helmet. And it's packed in this bag, and you obviously have harnesses for yourself as a driver. So your helmet, as I said, is packed in this bag, and you can actually unlatch this and use it as a carry-on bag. Now, you will notice that this seat is very much thinner and very much lighter, because for the starters, it's one-piece seat, meaning that it can only be adjusted forwards and backwards, rather than, so seat back angle cannot be adjusted. We have smaller steering wheel with, again, carbon fiber, slightly redesigned to the other model that we just had a look at. Flat top, flat bottom, it's pretty much square. Some metal buttons, which is really cool. Flappy pedals, which give like really nice click feel. Again, HMI on the left, pedals as shown in the previous one. So only 80 21Cs will be made. Each one will cost $1.8 million without any options and without tax. These doors are absolutely massive. Also, what is really interesting is that 21Cs, 1,200 kilos only, meaning that this is even above 1-to-1 power to weight ratio, which is absolutely insane. And I cannot imagine how it feels driving this, because if you jump inside again, trying to avoid these massive doors, you can see the driving position, and when you're driving, what you just see these massive wheel arches, which must be an amazing sensation, amazing feeling driving this when you're sitting in the center of the car, on the center of the road. That's so cool. Once you look at this car, you're like, this is jet, this is a plane. Plus with the open doors, man, this is on the next level. Also, very interesting aspect of this car is that the whole chassis is modular. So if you were to damage any part of the chassis, it's easily replaceable. And that is something that is both cost effective and secondly easy basically to repair. So that is really cool. So I was just about to say that I forgot a few things which you can actually help me with, man. This is George. I might as well leave you to present yourself.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah? I'll introduce myself.
Just take over the vlog,
I'm
man.
George, GF Williams, and I actually did the launch photos of the Czinger out in California, which was really cool.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. We'll talk about it in a second. Just what I didn't mention in the vlog, because obviously there was something that I will forget. Czinger, where did it come from? The name itself?
The name Czinger is actually the surname of Kevin Czinger, who is the founder and CEO of the company.
There we go. That's it. Now, how is it being an official photographer for Czinger? Or, well, let's talk about the launch photos for this car. How was that?
Okay, so we did 3 shoots out in California.
Yep.
We started on Highway 1, Bixby Bridge, and we actually closed that road. So that was cool in itself. So we had a highway patrol, stopping traffic. Yeah, I mean, pinch yourself moment as a photographer, right?
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And then I thought that was good. It actually got better.
Yeah.
We went and closed Hollywood Boulevard. So that's like,
yep.
Never even thought that.
But then I think it goes even next level, right?
Yeah.
From there, right?
So we then had 2 more locations.
Yep.
We had Alameda, which is a naval base.
Okay.
Which has a view over San Francisco skyline. So that was good. We had the tease photos.
Yes. That was like a runway, sort of?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
naval base. And then after that,
that's the one. That's the one that I'm waiting
even better, Laguna Seca.
Laguna Seca.
Yeah.
So I'll put the link in the description, obviously, of that video, because Giorgio made a video about how it is actually photo shooting that car, the location and everything that you.
It was amazing.
Pretty much a behind the scenes of how you do the rolling shots and how everything. So go and watch that video, basically.
Yeah. Less about the car, more about the photography.
Exactly. But if you're also into seeing SP, what did you SP2? Ferrari SP2?
Yeah, Ferrari SP2 Monza.
Yeah, sure. You
in the snow.
You can see. Yeah? Who drives SP2 Monza in the snow? What?
Well, I was lucky.
just get out of the movie. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Check out George's. Yeah, I deserve it. Come on. Thank you very much for watching once again. Yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of stuff. I was pretty nervous filming this because it's very new, and in this location, it's pretty insane. But yeah, see you in the next one, guys. Bye.